So at this point, I think I've created over 100 some entertaining, educational, or inspirational podcasts for your listening pleasure. Oh my gosh, I've been talking my damn head off for the last couple of years when I look at this list. So this video is literally going to be a ridiculous reading of as many titles as I can in context, because I talked about a lot of stuff and I really think that there's something there for everybody, and I would love for you to jump in on these conversations. So without further ado, I'm going to take a deep breath. Whew, and here we go. So taking it from the very top, the very first podcast that I created, and this is the Aaron Hill podcast. You can Google it and download it on any streaming platform of your choice, the Spotify's, Apple Music's, etc. Just go Google the Aaron Hill podcast and give it a listen. And here we go. The first one was called 20 Minutes a Day Will Set You on Your Way. That was my philosophy about scheduling. I came up with it years ago and I've used it to my advantage. Don't just dream, do. You don't have to make the time. Progress versus perfection. You have nothing to lose by apologizing. Gems, which is giving everyone my science, is a concept I came up with to share information, because I always share what I know you know. So episode 1 was Gems, convo with Andrea Williams. And Andrea is someone who I helped to put together a campaign for her son that deals with autism. Interview on Jazz 101 with Tom Gauker. The Next Actionable Step, which was something I learned in college. It was an entrepreneurship course that I took that I will never forget. It was so helpful to my whole career and life. Choose Love. Gems, episode 2, Conversation with Mar. Listen in order to be heard. Sometimes you just gotta shut up and listen. Forgetting about the power of the schedule. That's to help you get things together. Andrea's Daily Struggle. Really want you to hear that story. I'd rather try and fail than fail to try. Creating a fail-safe formula. Gems with Donald Tyson, aka Dr. Tunes, one of my best friends from childhood who I started off music with. Gems with Tapor Belazikian, another musician. Gems with Mia Simone, an incredible vocalist who you'll also hear on this channel too. I played a couple songs with her on organ. Mood Mondays, Our Clouds and Sun Relationship. Mood Mondays, Aretha Franklin tribute. Got another one called Beauty for Ashes. Hold Your Peace. No Regrets. Directing that energy that we call chi. What you think, you become. And then I got the Next Actionable Step again. This was when I further broke down like things that we can do right away where you don't have to wait on things. Gems with Andrea, Facebook ads training. Chuck Brown, barbershop ideas. That was a cool Gems. Gems with Howard Lakin's Grave. Leslie Hendricks, my videographer, hiring a content manager. That was a Gems. I was helping him out with some ideas. Sunday Convo with Amma. Kanye, Trump, Racism, and Religion with Andre Forbes. I don't think I have to say anything more about that. Food assistance for a killer before cancer treatment. And that's my good friend. She passed now, so listen to that. We're on our way. Capoeira instructor, Sakir Brown Gems. My take on failures. That was an interview I had with my drummer, in fact. Helping Andrea with confidence. Refinement through excavation and exploration. The fascinating life of Nikola Tesla. Celebrating my student. The Rainbow Song. Rationalizing abusive ideas. From Christianity to secular humanism and atheism, part 2 and part 1. Definitely check that out if you want to know my story. Gems with Amos White, The Artist Form. No more taking things for granted. That was a good one. I remember that. Fun at the Walters Art Museum with my baby girl, May Lee. My cell phone is my sampler and life is my record. That's from the beginning of my hip hop career to now. A quick business tip, as they say. My loctician says it that way, business. Super excited about helping people. Introducing Short Story Long. Building your brand on social media. Gems with Cat Word, a 17-year-old poet. I'm actually about to have another conversation with her. helping her with publishing her book. So yeah, check out that and see who she is and what we're talking about. Say hi to Vanessa of Let's Talk Natural Salon. Change at the cellular level with a half-sleep Amma. Be your unadulterated self. Why I adore Amma as she drifts to dreamland. 5 minutes of motivation for 2019. I love helping people. Gems with my man Clarence Ward, my homie, my brother. We play music together. If you've never heard of Clarence Ward and That Feel Good, check out my channel, Aaron Hill TV. You're going to hear all kinds of good stuff from that group. Gems with my good friend and sister from another mother, April Sanpei, and brother from another mother, Kiera Johnson. Vlog show ideas. Okay, my screen is doing something weird, and I was recording this video, and I don't know why I opened up a new tab, but that is what's happening right now. Move Mondays 2019 Flow, FLOW, and I put that as an acronym, so I can't even remember what that meant. Gems with my good friend Willie Fields, a musician. My 2019 social media content approach. Listen to that for why I'm doing what I'm doing. Thanking my first listeners, Cognitive Dissonance with Gospel. Hanging with the good homie Will Randall, childhood friend. My last Move Mondays, and I'm crying. I got crying emojis on the screen, so listen to that. My promise to you, The Gathering, a song medicine session. Finding your musical voice. Recap of my day. Move Mondays, death isn't the worst thing. Insecurities with sharing information. I know that with a lot of people. Gems with Boomy Moore. Gems with Paz Morris. And these are great conversations with great people, y'all. Boomy is into health and fitness and lifestyle and finance and all kinds of amazing things. And so, yeah, check that out. To all my new Facebook friends, thank you. I had fun on that, just thanking everyone. Gems with David Morgan. Reinvigorated passion. What's your differentiator? Groove versus musical education. I lost a friend over that, so I don't even have that published. What it feels like to feel unappreciated. Convo with Patrick Henderson about Danny Boy, the song that I didn't know was the gospel tune that Andre Crouch took and I had no idea. Anyway, go check that out. Gems with Clarence Ward III, content management. Let Your Birds Fly. Please listen to that. That's talking about letting your dreams have their way and letting them fly. Gems with Linwood Davis Artist Workshop Showcase. My father played the piano? I didn't know that, y'all. Check out that one. Musicians and artists, make sure your music is on Spotify. Gems with Mike Thomas, personal brand and mindset. Gems with Patrick O'Neill, Dream Launch Studios. A rich 7-year-old with $65. That was me, y'all. Check that out. Gems with Kemet, when an optimistic person smiles. Discipline versus freedom. What is an Indo-Pac expert? Facebook ads advice from a Facebook representative that's on the phone with them. Check that out because y'all can learn everything that they told me. Discipline with Kemet Price once again. How to live stream safely while driving. Be your own videographer. Gems with Eric Holmes. How documenting process can increase your quality of life. Authenticity versus fake shit on social media. Farrakhan banned from Facebook. Had one with Coffee D, that was fun, lifestyle brand. Gems with the homie Tyrone Langford about personal brand. Creative content strategy for legacy. Message to Mr. Charles. My new baby has just been born. From music practice to the importance. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip over some of these because I'm going too fast on the screen. Love versus being in love. Appreciate life. Trap music blows my eye. Plus self-awareness. Why everyone needs to have a weekly vlog. The greatest conversation that I've ever had in my life is on this podcast. Aria, my baby girl, joins the podcast. You Are the Horse, Drink the Water. Gems with Sherry, Kemet Next Level, meeting recap. My baby girl is a choreographer, y'all. From student to teacher, how I was taken advantage of at 15. Gems with Henry Wong, owner of Ondi Music here, a great venue here in Baltimore. Herbie Hancock, your career tribute recap. Street Crossers, they kill me here in my part of the city. And good music. I'm so proud of these people. Gems with Mark and Topher Baker, intentionality and vulnerability. Decisions, Cali Day, balance, confident, and intent, finding your voice. I had a good interview with Linda Strobridge from the Fort Meade Alliance. The value of exposure and education. Tonight was bananas. That was a gig. I remember that. Chiropractors are the true miracle workers. They're the true ones. Gems with Alma, gritting with intentional content. I don't want to hear that bullshit. That's what I was told, and I share my story. When people use the word lil to compliment you. How I feel about gospel music. The ebb and flow of entrepreneurship with Kemet Price. Can't even say his name. Acceptance versus expectation with Willie Fields. Producer and songwriter royalties with Kevin Marshall. A very vulnerable conversation and new piano. I'm trying to read so fast. Be a storyteller. A promising 19-year-old. Old mindsets versus new industry. Recap of the first gems. Moaning, bursting at the seams. A great meeting with Believe in Music. Hey man, are you from Baltimore? That's what I was asked one day. Introducing Deep Grooves. Donald Trump, falsehoods, and desensitization. My new self-care journey. Please listen to that. That's one that's real fun. Wow, I'm a polymath. Do we want what we don't want? Dead Ends, Day 2. Helping people on a very vulnerable level. It's just a mind state. It's okay to feel this way. Compersion. You ever heard of that? So I'm a polyamorous man, and so compersion is a word I found out about one day, and I was like, what is this about? Anyway, go listen to all of that stuff and help me make more of this kind of content by looking at the info in the description in the comment section. I know I'm going to hear from you after this one because I talked about a lot of shit there. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.